Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. Today I have a review of something different for me. It's going to be the biggest toy I've ever reviewed. It's an old Lord of the Rings toy. Lord of the Rings Return of the King Deluxe Posable Fell Beast. Includes a ring wraith rider by Toy Biz, assembles to a 32-inch wingspan. This is going to be one big ass toy. It's worth noting that the rider is in the 6-inch, the 1/12 scale. So normally I do 1/18 scale. I'll be using this at 1/18 eventually when I've assembled it and see what it looks like. But let's review this now and see what it's like. So the box have nice artwork, a picture of the toy, the rider. But looking at the picture here, the rider is way too big for the toy. Rather, the Fell Beast is too small for the rider, which seems a bit of a shame. Makes that more when you look on the back, where it seems like it's going to snap that poor thing's neck with the sheer bulk of the rider compared to this Fell Beast. But we will see what it's like in person. No more real details on there, just proof of purchase. It says, commanding the skies of the battlefields of Middle-earth during the War of the Rings are the terrifying Nazgul, riding upon the backs of huge fell beasts bred in Mordor. The evil wraiths are their master's eyes in the battle and his scouts during the hunt for the ring. Terror is their weapon, and borne through the air upon their grim mounts, there is no corner of Middle-earth the Nazgul cannot reach, striking fear in the heart of all who hear their dreadful screams. That's enough about that. Okay, so yeah, this is quite old because this is like Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, so quite an old toy. But I got this brand spanking new from Comic Mart in Mid Valley Mega Mall in Malaysia. So if you're in Malaysia, please go there because it's a great place for comics and games and for finding toys as well. Okay, let's get this out of the box. Okay, box is empty. We have some exciting instructions. So we have neck, right wing, left wing, body, tail, ring wraith. Insert neck into the front of Fell Beast. Insert tail into back. Insert right wing. Insert left wing. Locate elastic bands on Fell Seat saddle. Secure ring wraith to Fell Beast as shown. Okay, that seems quite self-explanatory. See if I can get that wrong. Okay, let's get the. Oh, that is big. Let's get the ring wraith off first. He is secured by those wires they have, you know, that go on the back of things. Is that done? Okay, so he looks quite nice, but again, the Fell Beast is huge, but it's just too small for a figure this large. So let's have a look at him first and look at the main attraction, the Fell Beast, after. So there's no head in there, just an empty mask. Adds to the menace of it. Got material soft good, which is nice. Arms, wrong way around his arm. Okay, come out. They bend. Does it go upwards? Not really. Does twist on the wrist. Nice looking. This one comes out a little bit, not too up. Does bend again. Not great articulation. Does have a waist turn. Legs. Has no bend in his legs. How the hell does that work? That makes no sense. Let me just look at the picture again. It looks like there should be a bend in his legs. Or maybe just sits like that. There's no joint in his legs that I can see, just a turn here. So how he's going to sit on that, I don't know, but I don't particularly care. Sword, which does come out of sheath, which is nice. I'll be using that for something else, I'm sure. Not a bad looking figure, to be fair, quite atmospheric, but not great on articulation. But we're not interested in that. Well, maybe you are, but I'm not. Okay, so let's look at this Fell Beast. Let me just get these parts off. I will stick this up so you can see what I'm doing. You can see how you can see how big this is just from being inside the card. You get an idea of the scale this is going to have. This is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Particularly when I use it with 3.75-inch fantasy like the H.A.C.K.S. This would work for Mythic Legions too, but this would be a tad small still in terms of the body and neck. So let's have a look. Okay, there's that one. There's that. Oh, that one. There's another one. Got so many of these. Okay, about 5 more of these to do. Okay, that's quick. 3 more now. Last 2. Last 1. Okay, now let's take these parts out. So I don't want that or that. So we have this big neck section with the... Oh, wait, how's that go? Okay, no, that's the wrong around. Okay. Okay. Now look, he says that goes on the top and on the... Okay. Okay, so big neck section with the head. The jaws do open and close, and the head does have some articulation on the neck, which is quite nice because it wasn't expected. Okay, quite nice. A bit of paintwork on that. Well, a lot of paintwork is quite big, and that would be awesome. Okay, let's get the body out. Okay, so neck attaches to, that is a big old brute, to body. Body has articulation on the ankles here, but not a lot, just a little, just enough so you can pose him standing. Is there a twist? Anything else? Nothing else that I can see on that. But he is a large brute, I'll tell you that. So let's get this in the right way. Right, that does force into there, but that's not going to be an easy fit. Let me try a bit of brute strength. Okay, that's a nice click. That bad boy is in. That is huge already. Tail section next. Hopefully that'll help balance it a little bit. And that's going to go which way around? Let's have a look in the instructions. Doesn't really tell you which way the tail goes, so I'll look in the box picture again. Aha, you can see by the colouring it goes that way. Struggling! Oh, nearly there. Okay, tail section's in, almost. There we go. So that should now. Is that balancing yet? Oh, nearly balancing. Adjust the feet to the maximum. Okay, just not quite balancing, but that's okay. Maybe the wings will help. That's huge. Maybe the wings will help change that. Let's get the wings out. The wings do have some articulation, which is nice, not a great deal, but enough to add, and they can move on the joint there as well. And it will be, I believe, let me see, underneath on top. Underneath is light, on top is dark. Okay, so that's going to be the right wing then. Again, this would be more awkward to put in because you've got nothing real to grip for the actual push. But, actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. That is huge. Now I picked this up for quite a good price. Comic Mart is a good shop, so if you do get a chance and you're in Malaysia, do pop in there. It's really nice. It's on the top level of Mid Valley Mega Mall, and it's above stroke behind Adidas, so you can find it if you're there. Okay, that is assembled. That is massive, look at that. And that goes back to there. That is really huge. Now, can it support its own weight and stand up? I doubt it very much. Oh, the legs do have some articulation. That's now what better do it. Okay. I think. Oh, it's even too heavy for its own legs. The legs are quite stiff. Too stiff in the joints. I'll have to stiffen those up when I get a chance. The wings should flap like so, and up as well. That is massive. I've just got to figure out now how to get this standing up without falling over, and I'll be happy. Okay, if I put these back a lot more, be almost standing now, but let's have a look. And bang, fall over again. So the Fell Beast, this is phenomenal. I don't care how the rider works sitting on that. He just goes on here somehow, something like that. Looks pretty, well, it looks okay, but he's just a bit too big for it. Whereas if I have something like, let me see, I've got a Vitruvian H.A.C.K.S blasted land orc over here, and he will look absolutely fantastic sitting on that. Now that is what you call proper scale. He looks phenomenal on that. Awesome. So I got this to use with my fantasy stuff in the 1/18 scale, so this will look good. All I've got to do, as I said, is stiffen up these joints in the ankles, because they cannot support that weight at all, which is a shame. A big shame, but this is a really great looking toy. It'd be great if you could actually have a flight stand and pose it with the wings like this. Very, very nice indeed. Toy Biz have excelled themselves with this. Just a shame that is a bit small in the head and neck for the actual figure it comes with. This would be far better on a 1/18 scale. Wings do come up quite a bit as well, which is nice. So you've got, it's landed or landing, you can get a real nice look on it here. It's heavy, as you can tell. The joints just cannot support the weight, which is a real shame. So I'll be stiffening those. No, I'll be stiffening those up after this video and try and make that work. That seemed to work in there, but with that the tail is too low. Unless I change the tail. Right, that's going to leave it lower. See, the tail's on the ground here, which means the legs want to be that way. The legs are that way, it's going to fall over more because the ankles aren't strong enough. Or I could put the wings backwards, I guess, change the centre of gravity, and that should, that stands up better now. That's a really impressive toy. I love this. This is so good. So this is the Deluxe Posable Fell Beast from Toy Biz, an old Lord of the Rings Return of the King toy. This is just phenomenal. The wings do have some articulation here, which is nice, and also at the shoulder they do swivel and go up and down. The legs and the ankles, but the ankles are too weak in terms of the joint, and the plastic's a bit bendy as well. You have some in the neck and you have some in the head, and the rear can turn a little bit too. The figure is too small really for the actual beast. There is a little piece of elastic here you can secure your figures in place, which is a nice touch. But this is an awesome toy, and for my fantasy stuff it's going to look good. You got someone sitting there on that. So I'll give another example of, if you got this here and say you got like a lizard man here. I'm an evil lizard man. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get far fighting against that there. That's a huge beast. And there is also articulation slightly in the mouth as well. So this is an amazing toy. Great, we've got 3.75 inch fantasy stuff. I'm so happy I've got this. It's amazing. This is Awesome Action Toys signing out, saying stay happy, keep collecting. And if you do get a chance to find one of these Deluxe Posable Fell Beasts at a reasonable price, do get one. Particularly if you've got 3.75 inch stuff, or even if you've got the 6 inch, the 1/12 like Mythic Legions, it's worth getting for your army because it just looks really good, but particularly good with 3.75 inch figures. Stay happy, keep collecting, please like and subscribe if you want, you can share too, and I'll be back very soon with more reviews.